you think about how long ago that was, Rick Edelman was still coaching the team the last time the Timberwolves opened the season at home. Out of the corner, DeLon Wright hits the three, and the foul away from the ball.
It's going to be interesting to see Josh and how he does guarding Blake Griffin.
Jeremy Grant came over from Denver with a sign and trade, was a restricted free agent. Grant going at Rubio, gets around him, and Jeremy Grant gets the Pistons off to an 8-0 start.
You've got to have your team guard Blake Griffin. You can't just leave someone like Josh on an island like that.
Malik Beasley, that won't rattle in. Towns finally gets the putback.
Matchup situations they have. One of the things I've been impressed with Killian Hayes, Dave, is his ability to space the floor and run offenses. Mason Plumlee gets that one to go. And one of the things we love about Anthony Edwards, Dave, he's incredibly confident.
He is super confident.
Man, if that's a foul, Kevin Garnett would have fallen out a lot more games because he used to give people the business when he set screens.
DeLon Wright, no. Plumlee, yes.
Detroit signs 2/3 of the Denver Nuggets front line. Okogie gets that to go inside. You give Jeremy Grant $60 million over 3. Nice job by Josh Okogie to come and knock that ball away from Plumlee, who would have gotten another offensive rebound.
Towns puts it on the deck, gets to the rim, and attacks. That's what we want to see. Towns from downtown. 5 straight points for Cat, and the Timberwolves have it back to a 5-point game.
Juancho Hernan-Gomez into the mix, and all of a sudden you get the #1 pick, and you get Anthony Edwards, and becomes sort of an X factor for your team. If he can become that type of player, you think of John Morant, what he meant to Memphis last year. Memphis had no clue. What a pass by D'Angelo Russell. Great slip out of the screen that time. Get in, get out.
7 straight points for the Wolves.
You know, Marnie talked about Jarrett Culver, and with his improved defense and his shooting, as Derrick Rose knocks down the corner jump shot.
Because he is a player option for next year for $39 million.
Yeah. Think about Gordon Hayward, what he did. Blake Griffin's made a lot of money in his career, Dave, and if anybody could opt out of a $39 million deal at, you're talking about being in your early 30s now and you've not won a championship. Ant knocks down the perimeter jump shot from outside the arc. But Christian Wood is a good basketball player. He'd be a really nice addition to this Piston team.
Edwards gets into the paint, follows, sticking with it. Timberwolves get a stop, chance to draw a little bit closer. Derrick Rose takes the basketball away from D'Lo, and then feeds Blake Griffin in transition. Coming off the bench for a former MVP, has his sights set on maybe being the 6th man of the year, Josh Okogie. Griffin trying to back down Okogie. Josh Jackson, the 3 ball's good.
Since he left Kansas.
Spent that last season in Memphis, began his career with the Phoenix Suns.
D'Angelo Russell backs down Derrick Rose and drops him off in the paint.
Heard Glenn Taylor on the radio today talking about that the book is not closed on that, although the Timberwolves are at the mercy of COVID, as is everybody else. D'Angelo Russell 3, no. And Okafor comes up with the defensive board. Rose pushing the pace. Derrick Rose quickly.
On Derrick Rose, getting active hands, making him think about it as the shot clock winds down.
About a 2-second difference. Jackson gets it away. Timberwolves will have a chance to get the final shot. Rose, and now we're going to reach in foul here on D'Angelo Russell. Rose comes out of there with the basketball. Doumbouya.
Wow.
And one as he went up strong.
And that's Derrick Rose pushing pace. He looks longer to me than 6'8", but they have him listed at 6'8".
I got him at 6'9", but
nice drive.
In his 3 games.
Wow. I mean, that is just a powerful move by Derrick Rose.
But to finish your point, Jim, Edwards forcing his way into the starting lineup would be a very good problem for the Timberwolves to have. Rubio, he able to connect his first bucket in his second stint with the Timberwolves. Plumlee with the leak out on the other end. Contrast that to 51.5.
They've missed a bunch of layups inside and around the basket as Mihaly knocks one down there.
Tribute to Tom during the pregame show along with Kevin Lynch. And you know, when I came on board here in Minnesota, as Culver drives and finishes, Hanny was one of the first people I met as I took this role, as he handed me the baton, and I will never forget it. And all the way back as recent as in October when the Emmy Awards happened, as Mason Plumlee connects inside.
Here at Target Center, the Timberwolves organization, and at Fox Sports North, shepherded so many young people into this business as Plumlee gets another hoop inside. He is a Hall of Fame broadcaster, but he's a Hall of Fame person.
And that really is the thing that's shown above all else, is Malik Beasley finally able to get a bucket to drop.
He didn't want to make it about him. It was always about the Timberwolves and the people he was working with. He didn't really let people see. You saw it at times. Jared Culver, another nice play inside here. Super missed, and I'm just so crushed that I can't talk to my friend Tom Hanneman anymore. It's just devastating for so many.
Yeah, it was a kick to the gut for all of us. There will be a tribute to Tom Hanneman upcoming here at halftime, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Dwayne Casey actually talked about Hanny before the game as well.
I don't know why you would settle for that shot if you're Blake Griffin. You're really hurting Minnesota in the paint.
Beasley trailing the play, and Okogie might have gotten away with a travel at midcourt.
They did a great job of working with him via Zoom. They didn't have really physical contact till later in the summer as Blake knocks down that difficult baseline jump shot.
He had a word for Beasley about it after he hit it, too.
Right back at you.
Yeah, right back at you.
You got to talk in the zone, and you got to rebound out of the zone as well.
Rose gets chased off the three-point line, and we'll just go ahead and hit the little float. Timberwolves can get it back to a one-possession game with some points here.
Good job by Josh Okogie to pull that out. He didn't really have numbers, and
Beasley did a nice job of cutting him off.
He really did.
Griffin spins on Russell, and Towns got there too late. Russell calls his own number and drills it. Well, this Timberwolves offense is coming alive. They'd love to correct that here in this third quarter. Blake Griffin bullies his way inside, gets it to go. Blake shooting 6 of 9, 53.3% in 24 career games against the Wolves. It's his second highest percentage against any team in the league. Malik Beasley.
Tough catch.
When we were in Detroit last season, he talked about having good memories when he did visit. DeLon Wright off the feet from Plumlee.
All teams in a play set that is kind of going away if you think about post-up opportunities.
Timberwolves make the extra pass, the extra pass, and then they get the splash.
0.5 mentality. San Antonio Spurs made the 0.5 mentality famous as Killian Hayes comes back in transition and gets it right back. And you got 0.5 to figure it out. And that's what that play was all about. Moving the basketball and making a good try to do a great shot as Grant knocks down that perimeter jump shot.
Plumlee left all alone.
Karl Anthony Towns dared him to shoot that one.
Grant, Okogie comes over to help out. Pistons finds Hayes in the corner, and he drills the three. Killian Hayes.
Yeah, overplayed by D'Lo. D'Lo just was a little bit over-aggressive.
You know, Dwayne said, like all of us, he's hurting at the loss of Hanny, and the news when it came to him, he was crushed by it. As the take there by Beasley.
So many people were feeling Dave on Friday.
Well, and it extends, you know, unfortunately, beyond Tom as well. Before the game tonight, moments of silence, as we showed you on the top of the broadcast, for Sid Hartman, who passed away.
And Jackie Towns.
And Jackie Towns. Bye-bye.
Started with David Stern right away in January.
And then Kobe.
And then Kobe after that.
Towns with the rebound. Timberwolves trying to inch a little closer. A three would help, and it sure does. Russell connects.
It's one of those no, yes. From outside the arc in transition.
Oh, what effort by D'Lo, takes it away from Wright. And then Beasley.
He wanted to turn that over and dunk it. And so here we are with Ant-Man. Hopefully he can, I don't know if he's going to eclipse Daniel Marshall's 26, but he can get higher on the list.
Finds Russell, camped at the three-point line, no, but the rebound finds its way to Russell. Beasley will take a three and make a three. Our statistician, Mike Greenbaum, Jim, he's the best, but I love when I can tell he's writing down a stat and I say it before he can hand it to me. He's laughing. Edwards loses the basketball. Rose looking to push the pace. Hits the trailing Jackson. Rose. And tapped back up and in, and I don't know if
Okafor's going to get credit.
Edwards attacks Mikhailuk. Follows his own miss.
Who is that? Is that Anthony Edwards? Is Moses Malone down there? Yeah, you came back from California, man, and you were just like so happy there was no snow.
Russell.
Oh my goodness.
Rainbow triple. Okafor.
You see the talent of Jahlil Okafor. Get the ball out of his hands, get into rotation, make other people make plays, and it worked that time. And that's what I'm saying. Like D'Angelo Russell, I'm not going to let, with this group on the floor.
Shot themselves in the foot here these last couple of minutes.
Wancho and Jake Layman have not given Minnesota good minutes in this game tonight. It's been a very disappointing outing for the Minnesota power forward position. Helped that much offensively in the scoring column.
Layman has had a really quiet night. And the follow-up to miss by Nas.
He's got it. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens playing next to Blake Griffin and Mason Plumlee here in Detroit.
Reed, the attack, and the finish.
Nice finish. But those three moves, the rookie moves, if you're going to shoot a perimeter jump shot and you don't get back, you got to get back, man. Jeremy Grant contested that shot and released down the floor and almost got a layup. And they ended up getting one.
Russell baseline, good. D'Angelo Russell starting to heat up a little bit. Jackson, no. Put back up and in by Okafor. Every time they get booted back off the porch.
Minnesota goes to zone there, and Rubio gets the takeaway. Culver gets paid.
And now the Timberwolves are close to knocking on the door again.
You got to be active and you got to communicate if you're going to play zone. And Rubio again gets another poke away.
And Beasley with the finish, and we have our second tie of the game.
Both teams in Minnesota can use it, so can Detroit. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Rose, and the Pistons go back in front.
Man.
Towns left all alone, and Minnesota has the lead.
Minnesota ran wedge roll that time.
Okogie underneath, little fake.
Unbelievable.
No.
Look like there was body contact on the pump fake.
Numbers for Detroit, and Jackson able to finish it off. It sure did look like there was body contact. Jackson keeps it himself.
The zone has been porous.
Keeps the dribble alive.
Wow, that's a foul, man.
Yeah, Rose reached in, got a lot of arm. Russell for the three, yes!
Big time.
2 minutes to go, 2-point lead.
A steady diet of diagonal up screens into wing pick and roll and to post-ups.
Towns kicking to the corner, Beasley, three, 5-point lead.
I love it, Bees.
A season opener at home since 2013.
It's been a while. Nice cut. Oh, man, and an and one opportunity for Josh Okogie. Another dime by Towns.